said Ravi to the beggar, dropping the slippers in front of the old man. Wear these and don't come back. Ravi brought perfect size slippers for the beggar and gave him and asked him to never come back. The beggar stared at the slippers, hurriedly flung his towel over his shoulder, pushed his feet into them, and left, muttering a blessing to the children. The beggar looked carefully at the slippers and immediately he moved from there, giving blessing to the children because they had provided a gift to him to protect himself from hot road. In a minute he was vanished around the corner of the street. So within few minutes he disappeared from the street. The music master came out of the house and took an unappreciative look at the three of them sitting quietly under the tree playing marbles. After completing the class, when music master came out of the house, he looked in a disapproving way at all three of the children named Ravi, Bridu and Meena. All children were sitting quietly under the neem tree and they all were playing marbles. Then he searched for his chappals in the veranda where he had put them. The music master didn't find his slippers, so he started to search them where he started to search them in the veranda where he had put them before entering the house. Lali, he called after a few moments. After searching for a long time, when he didn't find, he called Lali. She hurried up to him. Lali came out immediately. Have you seen my chappals, my dear? I remember I having kept them here. The music master asked Lali if she had seen master's chappals anywhere. Ravi, Mridu and Meena silently watched Lali and the music master search every corner of the veranda. All the three children were looking very silently at the music master and Lali because they all knew about the matter. But they didn't disclose it because they knew if they would disclose, they would be scolded. He scurried around, looking over the railing and crouching near the flower pots to look between them. The music master looked around all over the place like railing and crouching and near the flower pots and all, but he didn't find at all. Brand new they were. I went all the way to Mount Road to buy them. He went on saying they cost a whole month's fees. Do you know? The music master said that the slippers were brand new and to purchase them he had gone Mount Road and their cost was about a month's fees. Soon Lali went in to tell her mother. Rukumani appeared looking harassed with Pati following her. About this matter, Lali informed to her mother and very immediately Rukumani came there. And Rukumani was followed by Pati. Could they be? It's really quite upsetting to think someone might have stolen them. So many vendors come to the door, worried Pati. Pati said that where those slippers would have gone, it's really a upsetting matter because so many vendors come to their door and it might have been stolen by them. Rukumani caught sight of Ravi, Mridu and Meena sitting under the tree. Rukumani noticed Ravi, Mridu, and Meena sitting silently under the tree. Have you children? She began, and then, seeing they were curiously quiet, went on more slowly, seen everyone lurking around the veranda. A sharp V shaped line had formed between her eyebrows. And then she started to interrogate the three children if they had seen the slippers. And she was worried about them. Another straight, tighter one appeared in place of her usually soft, pleasant mouth. Rukumani was angry, thought Mridu with a shiver. She wouldn't be so upset if she knew about the poor beggar with sores in his feet, she tried to tell herself. Mridu thought that it would be better to disclose the whole matter before Rukumani because if she knew about the poor beggar with sores on his feet, she would never scold them. Taking a deep breath, she cried, Rukumani, there was a beggar here, poor thing, he had such boils on his feet. Mridu took a deep breath and started to narrate the whole matter. That Rukumani, there was a beggar who had so many blisters on his feet, so we gave him the slippers. So said Rukumani grimly, turning to Ravi. You gave the music master's chappals to that old beggar who turns up here? Then Rukumani turned to Ravi and asked if he had given music master's chappals to the old beggar who came there every day. Children these days, groaned Pati. Then Pati started to shout at the children. Amma, didn't you tell me about Karna who gave away everything he had, even his gold earrings? He was so kind and generous. Ravi said that, Amma, you had told me about a story of Karna who had given his everything, even his gold earrings, because he was so kind and generous. So we did the same. We helped a poor person, a beggar. Silly snapped Rukumani. Karna didn't give away other people's things, he only gave away his own. Listening Karna's story, Rukumani told them they were silly children because Karna gave his own things. He didn't give other people's things. He gave his all belongings. But my chappals wouldn't have fitted the beggar's feet. Ravi rushed brashly on. And Amma, if they did fit, would you really not have minded? Ravi said that his chappals would have not fitted beggar's feet, so he gave the master's slippers. Ravi said Rukumani, very angry now. Go inside this minute. Rukumani got very angry upon listening this and asked Ravi to go inside immediately. She hurried indoors and brought out Gopi Mama's hardly worn new chappals. Rukumani went inside the room and brought Gopu Mama's new slippers, which were not worn at all. They were new one. This should fit you, sir. Please put these on. And Rukumani asked the music master, to put on those slippers. I'm so sorry, my son has been very naughty. The music master's eyes lit up. And she asked